Welcome to the Good Vibe Show, a show about living a good vibe life. And in this episode, I'm going to show you 3 ways to live a good vibe life. So, step number 1, turn off the news. Don't go to Google News, Yahoo News, just turn it off. Especially not in the morning. Especially not in the morning. So, what the news is, they basically send people out in the world to find the worst possible news. Then they bring it back and they broadcast it to you. Now, why would someone want to give you the worst news possible? Well, bad news, bad things, violence, all that kind of stuff is addicting. It makes us feel emotion. And even if those emotions are bad emotions, it still makes us feel. And that brings us back. That keeps us watching after commercial breaks. And you get to make them money. So basically, they are making money off of giving you the worst possible news around the world. Now, what this does to you is it fills your mind with negative emotions, negative feelings, and negative thoughts that can, kind of like PTSD, can reemerge throughout your day. They set a certain tone, they set a certain vibe for your day. If you have a homepage that has the news on it, change your homepage, get rid of it all. So what you're doing here is you're creating the vibe for your day, and you're making it so that you are in charge of your vibe. If everyone turned off the news, their concept of the world and of their life would be a much more positive, much more light-filled one. Number 2, plan tomorrow tonight. By planning tomorrow, I mean basically think of everything that you want to accomplish tomorrow and create a plan and then wake up and execute that plan. So how I do it is I get a sheet of paper and I put a line down the center. And on the right side, I brainstorm all the things that I want to do tomorrow. So I'll sit and I'll think and I'll just write down every single thing that I want to do. You know, it could be cleaning my room, it could be uploading a video, it could be a whole number of things. So whatever you want to do, write it down there. And then what I do is I go back at the top of that list. I start from the top and I put some lines next to each one. I put lines next to the ones that excite me. So if this one excites me a lot, I'll put a few lines. If this one excites me a little bit, I'll put 2. I'll put 1, go down, and then I'll go back and I'll say, how important are these for me? And I'll do a few lines if it's important, a couple lines if it's not. And so what I'm doing is I'm creating kind of a shade for each task. And at the end, once I've gone through them twice, I look through and I see the one with the darkest shade, the most amount of lines. And that's the one that I'm most passionate about. It's the most important one for my life. And so I'll then write that one down at the top slot. And I'll take the next one, I'll write the next one down. And so I'm starting to get a list of the most important, exciting tasks for the day. And when I wake up, I'm actually excited to start doing these tasks. Get that first one done first thing in the morning, while you're having breakfast, before you have breakfast, just after breakfast. Get that first big task done and you're gonna feel good. And number 3 is meditate. So meditate. If you don't have a meditative practice, it's very easy. All you do is you set a 5-minute timer, you close your eyes, and you sit for 5 minutes. It's basically that. And the reason why this is so important is because meditation gives your mind time to stop, think, and open. And as your mind opens, epiphanies come. Your imagination starts to take over. New things emerge, new things that you wouldn't have thought of because you didn't give your mind time to think of it, that will then, maybe there'll be something that you'll want to write down for tomorrow. And all of a sudden you're getting these things that are helping you upgrade your life. If you don't give your mind time to think, when you're in the shower, doing aimless tasks, you're going to start to, all these epiphanies to come through. When you're on the road, these epiphanies are going to come through. So your mind wants to get these thoughts out there, but what meditation does is it gives your mind a dedicated time to solely focus on your imagination and this portal that you have, that everybody has, that's infinite. And when you enter that infinite zone, the infinite realm, the future starts to unfold before it happens, and you get these really cool thoughts and ideas. And there's a lot of health benefits that a lot of studies, there's a Harvard study, a UCLA study that talked about how it de-stresses you, how it decreases depression, decreases anxiety. But what I'm talking about is emptying your mind to allow your imagination to take over. And after you meditate, sit for a moment and feel how different it might feel. There may be a sense of calm or a sense of peace. That is all good vibes. So 1, turn off the news. Don't let something else dictate how you feel. 2, plan for tomorrow tonight. Every night, write down what you're going to accomplish tomorrow. And number 3 is meditate. Meditate, give your mind time to think. Thanks for watching this episode of The Good Vibe Show. We'll have a new episode next week. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to get an update when a new episode's released. Thanks for watching. Much love.